this ain't gonna work too good. What's going on YouTube? Nick Novak back for another video here on the HSR. Day 2 of 50. At the end of my last video, I told you guys we're gonna do 50 straight days of a video every single day. So this morning we're actually gonna go to my parents' house since I'm on vacation at UPS for my part-time job. But I wanted to get a few things done this morning. I need to check all the cows here. We're driving through the spring cows as we speak. Then we'll get into the next pasture, check those falls, and once we get that done, I want to go home, get the hay wagon, the grain bin, and we need to go get some more cracked corn for the bottle calves. We're, almost out. Well, we are out. I had to buy some bag feed because 2 days ago we ended up getting some rain. We had 2 inches of rain. The rain went through my roof, water in my kitchen, so that's nice. But anyways, we got that figured out. So what we're gonna do now, there's Scarlett's steer calf, there's that heifer calf, and there's 2 Hereford calves. They all look good. That's really the only ones I was wanting to look at. Since we got that rain, it's really greened up. You guys seen the video 2-3 weeks ago. It was brown. It was pretty sad, to be honest with you, but everything looks good that I can see. I think in September 15th, probably another 30 days, we're gonna bring all the cows in, get them preg checked, the spring cows. We'll get rid of the ones that don't fit our program and keep the ones that do. And I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna wean those calves or not yet. Well, and I probably won't wean them. I'll probably just right off the cow take them to the sale barn, and also take those 2 Hereford cows and any of the open cows to the sale barn. So we got interesting stuff coming on in the next 30 days. Also, the fall cows will start at the end of this 50 days. So if I'm still feeling strong, we'll keep going after 50 days. But like I said, we're on day 2. So let's go check these falls because the spring cows looked good. Anyways, everybody else is kind of just chilling. That's the nice thing about these fall cows is, yes, winter is a lot more, what's the word? Time consuming, because you have all their calves on the ground, feeding, all that, which there's pros and cons to both. But the summers are nice with these falls because literally there's no work involved. I turn them out. I haven't had to doctor one of these cows. I could check them probably once a week and been fine. Okay, got the full head count, 20 head. I mean, look at that girl. They are just growing. We were gonna get rid of these girls in about a week, but since we got that big rain, there's a lot of grass coming on, and since I own them, I need pounds. So we're gonna leave them on here. I would like for this grass to rest, because when I had them 80 yearlings out here, the other 60 that we took off already, they really tore the grass up. I say tear it up. They just grazed it hard, and they were on for 90 days. And so I got some good growth out of them. They're just some lease cattle. And but yeah, these 20 head on this 95 acres really aren't gonna make a huge dent. for our wire, we're gonna be using one of these old rolls that was in the barn. When I moved here, they're super old. I never thought I'd ever use them because they're kind of crappy, but it's really all I have, so we're gonna take the chance on them. Grab some clips here. Kind of nice. Little rack right there. I know where all my fencing stuff's at. I guess I have some clips right here also, which never hurts to have too many. I got my pliers. Oh, now we need to grab some corners to wrap around the corners. And let's see here. Do I have any? I should. Maybe not. Perfect, got some back there. Those will work. It not exactly what I want. Thought I had some, well. I got one. So, oh, hey, there we go. Boom, that's all I need, 2 of them. Now we're in business. Now let's go grab some T-posts from our T-post depot and we'll be off to the races. So I got to thinking, and I'm like, well, why am I going to go get grain when it's nice and put these T-posts in when it starts to get hot? So I think what I'm gonna do is go drive a few T-posts right now, and when I get tired, we'll run to town, get some grain, when I can finish back up. Because it's only, like I said, like maybe 7:40 now, so it's nice and cool. I probably should just get her done in the morning early before it gets too hot. Then I don't end up doing it. Then I have to do it tomorrow afternoon when I get back, and just kind of be some chaos. So let's go throw some T-posts in now. As I got to thinking, why not just utilize our gate? So just kind of give you guys a reference on what I'm talking about, is I don't want to give them a lot more grass. I don't think they need a lot more. There's still some grass in there. I just cut that, and it was perfect timing because we got that 2-inch rain. So there's gonna be some grass growth in there. It might take a little while, but there's gonna be some growth. So kind of my plan is I want to pull a wire off this post right here. We're gonna go down a little ways and then back up to the top. And there's some good grass. This hasn't been grazed in probably 2 months. So there's some good prairie grass in here. It doesn't look very tall, but that is some nutritious stuff right there. So there's 5-wire fence on the very top along the road. Not worried about that. We're gonna try to go down this draw, give them some of this nice draw grass. There's a big hill. We'll fence to there, and then we'll go back up to the top. Okay, we got the T-posts in. They're not completely straight. I'm not worried about that. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. But we got T-posts down to the draw all the way across. So basically what I'm giving them is all this to that gate. It's gonna be, I figured it up on my phone, it's about 1.5 to 1.8 acres, so enough for them to chew on. Should work perfectly fine. What we're gonna do now is try to string out this kind of crappy wire, see if we can't get her. I just cut off the ties on it, and that's what it looks like. I'm glad I'm not doing a whole mile of this because it might drive me crazy. This ain't gonna work too good. First splice. What I'm gonna do is cut this. This is how I splice wire. I try to get 2 big loops. I like to wrap them sideways like that. Take your pliers, hold it, and then just wrap around itself. Make a big loop through the other one. And then do the exact same thing over here. Round 2. Okay, y'all, so I ended up just having to walk it because it was not working. It kept breaking it. I broke twice, and I was like, screw it, I'll just walk it. Walked it down, and it worked pretty good. So I got it there. It's not completely tight, but what I'm gonna do now is take this roll, same roll, and walk it to that post. Then I'll tie it off over there, and once we get it back here, we'll tighten them both up and get some clips on it on the post. And once we do that, we'll make it hot, see if it works. But like I said, I'm leaving today at around 11, and I don't want to turn them out here in case one does get through the fence and they're out here in this big pasture, this 60-acre pasture, don't know how to get in for water, or you know, if they're out there by themselves, maybe a coyote or something. And so to me, it's not worth the risk. So we'll just wait till tomorrow when we get back about 1 or 2 o'clock. That'll probably be the video tomorrow, is turning them out, watching them come out here and graze, and then just leaving the gates open and probably push them back through the gates to get to water so they remember how to. Probably see in the time lapse, the short one, I was gonna do the whole thing, going all the way down, but this is what my wire roll did to me. It literally blew up. I mean, it just poof. And then I had like 9 different ends. And so I just stopped it, and it took me about 15 minutes just to get about 150 feet. But we got her done. I got to thinking I probably should put a wood post right here, but I don't know how long I'll keep these bottle calves in this little pen, maybe a month, because we'll bring in them yearlings and I'll have to take it all down. So I'm gonna try to just put a regular T-post clip, and we'll stretch it off of this, and I'll just wire tie around it, and same with on this side, and just tie a wire around it. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, oh well, we'll come and put a wood post in tomorrow, but I'm at least gonna try this before, so it might be able to save me a few minutes of work. So my plan is to get this clip on the height I want it. I'm actually going to wrap this wire around that clip going back to the south, and that should take care of that stretch. So I'm not really worried about this stretch, to say the least, because I know this will work on this side. And then all I have to do is make sure that should be tight enough. We'll tighten it on that other side if it's not. We'll leave this long to connect to that side, and then just make sure this wire stays on the clip, which it looks like it's going to. Going back to the east now, I'll take this wire, wrap it in, and my thought process is to do the exact same thing like so, and just stay on this wire and make her tight. As you see, it's not touching the metal on that side, no metal on this side. Like I said, I don't know if it'll work. I think it will because it's not grounding out. But let's get some clips on these posts, and then we'll grab the electrifier and see if we can't get her hot and see what it looks like. We're locked and loaded. We are up all the way up to the east side. 5 more clips and we should be completely done. We'll grab the electrifier, try it. If it works, perfect. If it doesn't, we'll mess with it tomorrow. My wife just left a little bit ago for town, so that means it's getting close to being 8:45. So I need to get my move on and go get that corn. Just got my Gallagher S20. We're gonna set her up on the fence line here. I wanted to set her here in the corner, but that T-post is facing north, and the sun, as of right now, is kind of in this general direction. So we're gonna put it on the east fence line. I mean the north fence line going east, facing the sun. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the red on the back of the T-post to ground it into the ground, and put the green on the wire, which makes it hot. It's the positive. We'll turn it on. If it's blinking green, it means it's working. If it's blinking red, it means it's shorted out somewhere, which means some of the wire's touching the grass, or some of the wire is touching a T-post or something along those lines. So now what I'm gonna do, I'll bring you guys up here close. So I'm gonna test it. So the way to test it is you gotta push it, so you have to ground it out on something, so the T-post, and use the wire and use something metal to touch it. And I use these because they have a covering and I'm not gonna get shocked. Let's just say she's hot. So that's good. This project is complete. Tomorrow we'll turn them out when I get home. Like I said, for the simple reason of I want to make 100% sure that these calves, if they do get out, I can push them back in, which I didn't really make a gate over here, but I'll show you when I drive through here. There's a gate to get them back into the pasture they're at through the outside. So we shouldn't have any problems. If we have to, we can take down a little bit of fence. It took me, I don't even know what time it is, but less than probably 45 minutes to do it all. And so that's not too bad at all. Let me get past here and I'll show you guys this gate. We'll make sure we close this gate behind us so they don't get out on accident. But if you look right here, there's a gate right there that goes into these trees out into the pasture. So we should be fine there. Anyways, I'll kind of give you guys a update on kind of what my plan is going forward next summer. Is this winter I want to make a chicken tractor. I've seen a lot of people use them, and I think what I want to do is for my meat birds and some of our laying hens, I want to get a nice set of laying hens that are going to get us a lot of eggs. These ones we bought last March, only one of them's laying still, and they're to the age where they should be laying, but they're just not laying for some reason, and they probably need a couple more weeks, which is fine. But it's just weird how one's laying out of the group we bought, but the other 4 aren't. We actually had a skunk problem. Skunk got in there, killed about 4 of them, so that's not good. But kind of my thought with the chicken tractor is we have all this ground right here. They're just weeds, but I thought, you know, I could start them up there and every day move them forward and just leave them out here and get a nice, something nice and heavy for that chicken tractor, and then nothing should go underneath of it. And maybe even buy some wire, wire mesh that's like fence, and just try to do that. So we have options. I'm gonna try to do that because we didn't get meat birds this year. We were just too busy. Last year we had 15, and I want to do that again because raising animals on the farm that you can eat your own and whatnot, it's just really nice to know that you know where your food's coming from in this day and age. Okay, so since we're in the bottle calf pasture, I figured I would bring you guys along here and kind of show you what they're looking like. You know, there's probably 7 in here that could be ready to be sold, and I could make some money on them. I'm in it for pounds, and so the bigger they are, the more money I'm gonna make, you know, but you always take that risk of one of them dying, which everybody here is healthy. Like I said, a lot of these have had 3 rounds. Like these 4 right here, I'm gonna say these 3 are 300 pounds, and that one's probably 280-ish. And then there's 33 and 34 that are good size. Both those black white face and red white face can be shipped. Here's one of the new calves right here. They've lost a little bit of weight, you can tell, just from new environment, new kind of figure out what's going on. Here's that one really big, nice heifer that could be sold as well too, that kind of matches up well with these 3 really match up well. I think they'd probably sell together. And then here's 3 more of those new ones. They all look pretty healthy. I haven't had, there's one calf that's coughs a little bit, but he's been doing that since he was little. And so I don't really know what's going on with him. I've doctored him. The vet's looked at him and he says, I think you're fine, just kind of leave him. And so I've just kind of been leaving him. So anyways, kind of what my plan is now is to go get that tire aired up and head to town. But I haven't really given you guys a good look at these bottle calves since we worked them. But they're all looking good. I mean, I really don't have many complaints about them. Like that 16, that's a good looking steer. 14's a good steer. 32 is a great looking heifer. 2 big steers right there. There's a heifer. 33, that black one. And bottle calves are a pain in the butt because they're tamer. They're more tame. They're hard to move around. But they're just fun because you get to watch them grow from literally birth. And this year it looks like I'm gonna make some money on them, some good money. So, and like I've said before, when I sell them, you guys will be getting a profit loss video. That'll be very interesting to see. I'm interested to see exactly too how much I'm gonna make, you know, after the fees and everything like that. But get this gate closed, get through here, head to town. Tires aired up. Let's get on heading to town. I left my air compressor on because I've been having some problems. I don't know why, but the last like 4 times I went and filled this thing up, when I get down to the end of the road where I always air up at, the air compressor will not start on that road for some reason. I don't know why, but I said, screw it. I'm not worrying about it. I'm just gonna leave it on until I get over there. I'll air it up, then I'll turn it off. And then right before we fill up with grain, I'll fill it up with the extra air we have. And then I'll pull start that thing again if I need to, but usually we're good after that. So we'll get on here to town, get some grain for these girls. All right, y'all, so we just got home. We're filled up. Now we should be good to go. What I'm gonna do now, get this off the truck. We'll put the lid on, try to tarp it real quick. And then before I do that though, I'm gonna turn the water on so I don't forget. That's what I was gonna do. Get these calves some water before we leave. Like I said, we've decided we're actually coming back tonight. So anyways, we'll be able to get them calves out tomorrow morning. It's kind of my idea. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna get this strapped up. I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, day 2 of 50. We had a good day. Let's get another one in tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Catch you tomorrow. Peace.